democracy means a state that is governed by the rule of law. A state which means everyone comes under the directions of the law. No one is superior to the law. What we are protesting is the abuse of the law, executive lawlessness. The principle is fundamental to what we're protesting, that has been violated, that there have been no respect for workers' rights from a regime that claims working class credentials. Secondly, a budget was passed which could have afforded a payment of 15% across the board to everyone. That is less than what we asked for, but it is 3 times what is being prepared to be paid to us. 3 times it is what is prepared to be paid to us. Secondly, third, this money was passed since April, and it is only in December, in an arbitrary, high-handed way, it has been paid out. We have, over the period, been asking for us to meet to discuss this matter. We have now been forced, since it is clear to us that there seems to be no intention to discuss this matter, coupled with the fact that the payout has been arbitrarily made, that we must show that we are prepared to stand for our rights. This is the 13th occasion that this is happening. Okay? So let's proceed to deal with this matter. You know, let me share a secret with you. I hardly slept last night, but I said a silent prayer. And I asked that we be guided and that we overcome this difficulty that we're facing. That it is established that good could always conquer evil. I'm not going to promise you this will be an overnight affair, but I feel definite about it, that as long as we stand for it, we will overcome it and we'll be victorious. Let's move on. Just to let you know, we'll be moving. The route is down, from the street up into the center road, into the gap, into High Street, into Avenue in Public, into Main Street, into Lamar Street, back into Main Street, into George Street, into New Garden Street.
Servants from the region in this march. It is a fact of the importance of the national concern of workers that 5% is indeed not only unreasonable, 5% is an insult to our hard-working workforce. And I believe it is only fitting that many of our nurses, many of our health practitioners, they're here in this demonstration, and in a show of solidarity, the region is here to demonstrate. As a public servant myself, that 5% is indeed insufficient. I've said this publicly that we will continue to pursue without relenting in ensuring that the government honors its obligation to working people. Go back to collective bargaining and ensure that workers are given their fair share. But more than that, to ensure that, as I said personally, as a public servant, any increase above 5%, I am prepared to give my share to charity, because it is not about the increase, it is about the injustice against our workers, not having them sit at the bargaining table and be able to sit down and ask for their fair share. It is an insult, it is against the laws of Guyana, and I believe for that fact, all should be given solidarity to our public servants. They're not, and they continue to hold firm to that fact. It's unfortunate that we have people who are prepared to take such drastic action. But nevertheless, when one finds that their rights and the laws are being breached, that to honor those rights, I think they're left with little option. And I think that the government should see this as an important thing to pay the type of attention to and give the public servants a discussion where they can find resolution on a way forward based on an increase. But to just give 5% year after year, it is wrong. It is wrong.
But you have to know, is it that you have
I can attest that it was very drastic at first. You had absolutely no one attending to anyone. It's that type of dangerous situation we have. I don't know if the situation would have changed over the past 48 hours, but it was very drastic where absolutely no one was on the job.
The government has imposed the 5%, as you said, rightly said, year after year. But in this case here, again, the first bargain was 50%, where money was allotted to award. I think
that even makes the argument more on the side of our workers that the Parliament would have given to them their due share, and this is in interest and credit to the opposition parties that they would have found it fit, and the government, who is part of Parliament, would have seen that the majority of which they are part of this system approved for workers to be given their fair share. Now, the nation should be asking the government what would have become of this money that would have been budgeted, and I think for that the Minister of Finance and those in government should be able to give some level of answers to this country and to our workers who are working so diligently. I think this is very, very disturbing at this time of the year. Our workers are being treated like this. It is most reckless and callous on the part to be doing this to our workers.
This is the first protest GPSU has organized. What intentions, GPSU along with the other administration? The
union will have to answer those questions. I am, however, here to say, as somebody who is standing firm on the rights of Guyanese, that this is rights issue 1, 2. As a public servant myself, this is against my interests to see me not being given, as Article 13 says, a chance to be part of decision making. Again, these are all constitutional violations, and I don't think people should take it lightly. It's wrong. It's wrong.
How do you compare that with the sugar workers?
I don't think it's a matter of comparison. I think it's a matter of treatment, and I would ask and encourage that the workers in the sugar belt lend solidarity to the cause of the public servant workers, because at the end of the day, they're all workers struggling for the same cause, which is a life that will be better for them and their family.
We are happy that the question of the API sugar workers struck about has been expeditious. We feel that the issues affect public servants, affect worksite workers, must be dealt with expeditiously. We believe that the government over the years, the sugar industry, the right to collective bargaining has been respected. It's a constitutional right. It's a right that we have is enshrined in the Constitution, and it's a right that is enshrined in the ILO Convention of 1980. The right to collective bargaining that we have assented to in 1966. What will happen is that in the case of the public service and other attendant agencies outside of SHUG, outside of the unions that is considered to be supportive of the government action, those rights have been denied from this country. It is time that the government comes to terms and respect those rights, the rights of the workers and the rights of citizens.
Conduct of the police at the commencement, and perhaps you could say right through. But it was worrying to me what mentality contributed to a band of police with shields and batons. Nobody was against it. Who was the idiot that felt it was necessary to send a truckload of police with batons and shields? Did they view us as criminals? That mentality, among the mentality of the executive lawlessness, that has contributed to us marching are the mentalities that have got to be corrected or removed from this society. However, we will proceed again on Monday. And on Monday, we promise for a larger crowd. We're not going to go for the strengths yet. Okay, we hope the police also have looked at the way they operated, because they were supposed to be responsible for the route. We were not too happy. They amended the route we walked in Regent Street, but they amended it to Church Street, and we accepted it. We want to cooperate as far as it is practical, but not to defeat our purpose. We hope that they also will look at what may be necessary in terms of the orderly progress of our march. And as we feel these little gray areas are streamlined, we will then come out in full force. So again, I would like to say to you, I'm very proud of you. You have done well. The performance was really beyond credit in any past march. And we look forward to seeing all of you and more of you. You know our strategy in developing that. When we meet again on Monday, there are some snacks arranged for you downstairs.